welcome to FinTalk World Talk Show presented by ClickAway Creators. Today we have Mr. Vipula Gunatilleka with us. Vipula Gunatilleka currently functions as the CFO of Jet Airways Limited. Vipula joined airline's new management team in March 2022 to relaunch Jet Airways 2.0, which was one of the top aviation brands in India. Previously, he held the position of CEO of SriLankan Airlines from August 2018 till January 2022, and prior to joining Sri Lankan, he was the CFO of TAAG Angola Airlines from November 2015 to July 2018, when actually the airline was managed by Emirates Airlines. Not only this, he also held the position of CFO of SriLankan Airlines from 2005 to 2008 under the management of Emirates Airline once again. While playing a pivotal role as the acting CEO of the national carrier during the management transition from Emirates to the Sri Lankan government. Vipula was also responsible for restructuring and turning around Sri Lankan Airlines within 2 years after assuming the duties as the CEO. Under his leadership, Sri Lankan Airlines was accredited with many accolades, such as the airline becoming the world's most punctual airline twice in 2019, world's leading airline to the Indian Ocean, 4-star major airline status by Airline Passenger Experience Association, that's APEX, and being placed 6th among the world's top international airlines at the prestigious and influential CondeNast Traveller 2020 Reader's Choice Awards. And not only this, having competed with other top international airlines. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to the man himself, Mr. Vipula Gunatilleka. Hello, Mr. Gunatilleka. How are you?
Hello. Thank you. I'm fine.
It's a pleasure to have you on board with us today. It's an honor to be interviewing you as well. You have actually made, you're going to be actually a part of history, right? Which is going to be recreated. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm very energetic and proud about it. In fact, when I opted to come here after finishing my role at SriLankan Airlines as the CEO, I did some background search, and then I found that Jet Airways had a huge brand name. It's well known not only in Sri Lanka, India, overseas. So I thought, I'm sure I'm contributing to a worthy cause, and a lot of people want a jet to get back to business. So I'm indeed very proud to be part of this initial team.
That's lovely, and yes, absolutely. My next question with this is that what are the opportunities that you have created so far in the industry? Because I've already said in my introduction that you have brought in a lot of changes in the aviation industry in whichever airline you have stepped into, and we're looking forward to many more changes in Jet Airways as well. But if you can also throw light from your end, if you have created any opportunities which we are not aware of, and how will this opportunity create a room of healthy competition for new business initiatives to flourish?
Yeah, it's a good question. I can go back to my previous role during at SriLankan Airlines. During the lockdown and the pandemic, we were brainstorming. We didn't know what to do. All the airports were closed, the borders were closed. So we were operating few cargo flights to Sri Lanka being an island nation. We were supporting import and export of goods through the air. But then we felt that, okay, this is a good opportunity for us to create a cargo network. So what we did was we created a very robust cargo network connecting Sri Lanka with Africa, Europe, Australia, Australasia, and even Japan and UK. So initially, we started getting business immediately. So that was an opportunity we created. And cargo previously contribute only about 10% of our total turnover. But during the pandemic, cargo contribution went up to about 25. It's about 250% because it was only cargo who brought all the revenue for us. So what we didn't stop there. We continue to enhance this network, adding more frequencies as well as streamlining the operations. And then what we did was, when the lockdown was over, when the airport started opening, the borders started relaxing their requirements, we continued. So, and we built the passenger network around the cargo network, connect like scheduling services to most of our long haul destinations like Australia, uh, Japan, UK, and Europe, and in even Africa. Africa was one example where we were we were transporting flowers to Holland in Amsterdam for the flower auctions. So we used to bring all the flowers to Colombo, and then from there we used to connect. And even transporting same thing, exporting flowers to Australia and China as well. So that was one example that I can think of. And of course, when the markets have now getting matured, so the competition has become very robust. So all the big players have come in, and so it's not healthy competition, but we try to maintain our rate and maintain our margins.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gunatilleka, for answering that question. Just a follow-up thing on this, that how and till what extent have your projects, I'm just not going to quote one project, but your projects have impacted the industry as a whole? And how much has the industry benefited from this?
Oh, I can speak of many. This recent example was one. And then also when we were in Africa a couple of years ago, I was part of the Emirates appointed management team. We were managing the state-run Angolan Airlines. Yes. So we created a hub. At that time in 2015, the oil prices were down. And so the Angola as a country didn't have many revenue opportunities. So we thought we will create a small transit hub and connecting all the traffic from all the African nations like South Africa, Mozambique, Maputo, and all that, bring them to Luanda, and then distributing them to Europe and then to South America. So that was a business. When we started, we had only about a few passengers every day. But over the years, their contribution went up. They were contributing about 30 to 40% to transit traffic. Similar thing was done during SriLankan Airlines. We used Colombo as a second tier hub to bring all the South Indian traffic and distributing them to Europe, the Middle East, and to the Far East. So those things will continue to grow. And I think these are some of my two major contributions to the industry.
Thank you, Mr. Gunatilleka. And looking at the scale of developments in the field of business, how and in what terms would you consider the use of technology? And how would basically you like to use it?
Oh, technology is very important. I think today technology can part and parcel of aviation. Why it is important is passengers have access to wide variety of information. They are tech savvy as well. From the iPhone, you can get everything, market information, flight information, and and today the passengers are pampered. So they want everything on their laptop or the iPhone or whatever it is. So they make use of technology to plan their travel and get the best rates, etc. So airlines have to adapt, and which most of the airlines have done, and which is very important. And also we got to manage the technology, especially with the social media, and this is very robust today. Like one bad incident can, within few seconds, it can get spread all over the social media. So airlines have to not only have the right system, but they have to have the right infrastructure to manage the social media.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And I don't think that there's any better way to go about it. So thank you so much. Oh, Mr. Gunatilleka, Jet has already seen a lot of things since 2019, since the shutdown. My first question is that what motivated you specifically to be a part of this? At the same time, in general as well, I would like to know what keeps you motivated.
Yeah, Jet has been a very strong brand name in India and world over. So I was very happy to be part of the initial team, as I told you, and we'll be creating history in a few months' time when we start our first flight. So no airline in India has come out of the bankruptcy process. So the right way. So I'm very proud to be part of that. That was one of the reasons that kept me motivated, and we have been working towards it over the last 5-6 months. And there's a team, about 200 plus team. They've been working throughout for the almost a year now to make this happen.
Right.
Second question is for me at my level. What I expect is I need to achieve something. That's where it's not the money that can motivate me sometimes. It's the achievement, a feeling of fulfillment is important, and also the recognition is important. That whatever I do, I need to be appreciated as a human being.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, and it was really inspiring what you just said. But at the same time, as a finance professional and being in aviation for a very long time, what are the biggest challenges that you get, like that you face on the frequent basis? Or if you want to just throw light on one biggest challenge so far, if you've faced.
I think my biggest challenge has been I worked for state-owned airlines, so integrity matters. So as a professional, you should not get bow down to the political pressure, and you should always do the right thing, which I have done during my career. So I won't do the wrong things. So I think that is the biggest challenge faced by a lot of not only finance people, and in my country, a lot of public servants. So some of them stand up even at the expense of their careers, but we need to continue to do that. You can see the pathetic state my country is in today is because of that. So I've been very proud that I always do the right thing by the organization. So I can be very happy of, proud of. Yeah.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Mr. Gunatilleka, for giving us your valuable time and enlightening us with a lot of things that we just talked about. It's again, I would like to say it's an honor to be interviewing you, and we wish you all the best for Jet and even for you on the personal level as well. If you are okay with it, we would really like to have this conversation sometime again whenever you have time, and we can talk about some other trending topics in the finance space. Because I'm sure that the audience would be really keen on listening to you. If you're okay with that, we would love to connect with you again sometime and talk about other things. But for the time being, for our viewers, if you like this chat with Mr. Vipula Gunatilleka, please like and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe to ClickAway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do. And you have more coming from industry finance leaders like Mr. Gunatilleka.